Okay, supposedly I'm back on. Everyone back? Um, what engineer were you going to go to first and use that and search from that location and go to that place? Use that list that comes up and figure out which one's in your along your way. That's usually the best way from when you're way out in the deep. Okay, there it goes. For some reason I lost the camera when I lost internet. Don't know why. Okay. I know my next place is going to be this. So I'll go ahead and mark it. Yeah, when you're coming out from way out in the black, I don't ever even look for that. I look wherever my destination is, the closest one to that. If you get blown up, the only thing you'll lose is your exploration data. Everything else is on your ship. This is the best place to picking up the missions because they're always everywhere. I've got some ideas what happened to my internet connection. It just happens, but um, I'm on a I don't remember what it's called, but it's basically like a radio wave internet connection that goes to an antenna on the house from in town. Well, I'm down in a valley, so I have all that stuff going to the house right by me that's up on a hill, and then a repeater kind of antenna points down to me. Um, and I every once in a while, one of the kids there or somebody will accidentally hit a light switch, or one of their dogs or something will hit the power strip it's connected to and shut it off. It shuts off their TV and some other things, so they know right away something happened and they turn it back on. But you know how internets go, the router's got to reset and do all that other stuff before it's back up. Little over 10 months and I won't have to worry about it anymore. I'll have a stable, high-speed internet. Oh, this is going to be tight. %38. That was only 10% on that loop. Dang it. Time bonuses, delivery bonuses, lots of bonuses. Yeah. There's not, and there's, I live 30 minutes from a big town, 45 minutes to an hour, depending on which direction I go, to a city. Yeah, exactly. Even though we don't do, it's not on grain bins and stuff. They're receiver antennas and everything. They're in. Actually, wait a minute. It might be on one of the bins in town. I thought it was on the high school auditorium's roof. Is where I think it is. Um, but I'm not 100% on that. I do know this outfit has some on top of grain bins. Um, I love the solitude and the quiet and the no issues of living in small towns and out in the sticks, but I got to have myself some good internet or else I go nuts, and you can't get that out here. Up until 6 months ago, when they upgraded some of their servers and stuff in town, I wouldn't be able to stream. It takes me right now I'm down to 2 times the recording time. So I record a video of gameplay. Let's say it's an hour. It takes 2 hours for it to upload. 6 months ago, it took over 3 hours to upload. Yeah, I did not even try to do streams when it was like that. I just barely can stream at 300 kilobytes a second, and I barely hold that. Every once in a while, I drop just below it. And of course, not long after I leave out of here, um, was it Skylink? Elon Musk's thing. I think it's Skylink. They're testing it. There's some people, one of the Indian tribes that are only about 10 miles from where I'm at. They're one of the people testing it. So they've got coverage in this area already. It's just you have to get on a list to be able to do it. Exactly. Mine's line of sight, and I'm about, like I said, I average like 3,200 kilobytes a second, so 3.2 megs a second. Um, up. So that would be roughly 6, 7 megs down, if I remember correct. It's usually about double what your up is. Um, so I shouldn't complain too much. And then within a couple years, we'll probably have 5G out here, and it would be even better. Except the data rates. But when I move in about 10 months, that will be a moot point because there's real good internet in the area I'm going. We're talking gigabytes plans available in the area. Um, I don't know what their behind the scenes stuff is. Um, I knew the guy before I knew he did this wireless internet stuff because he also is the owner of a bar one town over that has really good food. So I knew him from the bar, and I knew him because he's one of the teachers in the 4-H at the school, or not a teacher, but he does a lot of work with them, and so does the boss's wife. So I knew him from doing stuff, delivering things for the 4-H for the boss, kind of stuff. And the problem is that we have here, I'm only a mile from a real small town, but the way the phone lines and the power lines go, I'm actually at the end of a run that leaves town to the east, goes south, comes back to the west, and then comes up to us and ends. So wired internet sucks here. If I actually owned the house on top of the hill, I would actually talk to the phone companies and internet service providers because there's a house less than half a mile up from us on a separate trunk altogether. I would see what it would cost for them to run that along the road just inside the field because during at certain times of the year they could easily put that trench in, backfill it, and it wouldn't bother the farmers' crops at all. So they wouldn't have an issue, and I'd be able to get a lot better internet if I was living in that house up top and I was going to be staying there. Because even if it's laid underground and stuff like that, it's still expensive as crap. Okay, talking too much, not doing the game stuff like usual. We're going here. But heck, you got a lot of stuff done today from what we were talking about on Discord while I was still working. So you're going to be all set to engineer up some pretty good things. I think I'm going to um, I'm keeping my fingers crossed, I should say. It's going to be, oh, it's up. No, it's still showing only 38%. We're not 38% anymore. We should be in the 40s. That's the old page. When we come out, it'll show us. It'll refresh when I open it back up. When you're doing your jump, um, nothing refreshes. 53%. So what we're going to do is we're going to need to do about 4 or 5 complete loops left, and then whatever it takes to get the level up mission. And what I'm going to do is jump in the Asp Explorer, beeline to Shinrata, pay to get my Type 9 flown up there. I think I'm going to not. I don't think I'm going to get rid of the Type 9, but I'm going to move it up there and I'm going to steal the Guardian frameshift drive booster off of it and leave it there, or sell it if I end up needing to get the credits. But while that's moving up, I'm going to go and hit the material traders right around there, depending on what kind of time it takes for that ship to get there. Because right now we have just a couple, about 10, 12 million more than what it's going to cost to build the ship. And I'd hate to build it and not even be able to fly it because I don't have a rebuy. I will not fly without a rebuy. But by the time we do that, we'll be about 20 to 30 mil. Still not enough for a rebuy, but not too far off. I want that ship, though, all set up, ready to go. And then I'm going to position myself out where we're doing those community goal missions. I don't know about you, but I am still in the top 10% on this account. My account doing the Federation side is down to top 25%, and they are tier 4. And I hope everything goes smoother and I don't get stuck at that customer for... It was 3 hours and 45 minutes from when I got there to when I pulled off their lot. So if that happens again tomorrow, I'll only have about 2 hours to try to get myself back up if I drop below 75. I don't want to take that chance of not getting it back up, especially if there's more than one that ends up dropping below. Even though I don't think the Empire side's going to. What's your tonnage? Did you see mine? This is getting very tempting. We're getting close to being done with this. And these missions, problem is they'd cost money, could possibly get me all the way up. You know, get me another 3-4%. Was the holy crap about me being there for 3 hours and 45 minutes? My tonnage is 17,180 tons. Oh. Oh, come on. Hold on a minute. Yeah, I'm looking at it. Okay, that was my fault. That was my fault, not that I'm trying to pull up what your message was. I only got about a third of it read, and then while I was trying to pull it up, it timed you out again. Uh, I've opened up the dashboard. Let me change that. What it is I have it set pretty high because I was getting spammed um by I didn't want it there. I want it there. Actually bump that up to that. Save it. And I don't know if it's let you back in yet. I think I've got it cleared out. But I think you had 15,000 something tons. All I got was the 15 and then it blanked. Stupid bots. Okay. So we ended up at 55. This is very tempting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 million. Call it 6 million credits though. I'm going to do it. It's money I shouldn't spend, but I want to get this stuff done. Yep. Well, that second one was me. I was trying to bring up your message, and I must have done something wrong because it prompted the bot to do it again, or it was because of the percentage. What I was saying is there's people that advertise a website to make yourself famous by basically buying subs and things like that. And every stream for a while, I'd be hit with like 3 or 4 of those an hour. Oh, I didn't see you send a message. Okay. Um, so I had that set really tight, trying to eliminate those spams. But ever since then, I moved over to this Streamlabs OBS instead of just OBS. When I moved to Streamlabs, I haven't been hit yet. So I don't know if their computer looks for this bot or something, beforehand. I don't know why, but for some reason, since I moved to this, I don't get it anymore. Let's see. We're done here. This is Flattener. Hickam. Yeah, what it was is I had it set where um 3 symbols, um it would look at it, it would say something at 10 symbols, or I had it down to like 20% of the message. So if you did a short message and had a couple symbols in it, it would hit you. And that's what happened. I had bumped it up once already, but it wasn't enough. Because personally, I don't think commas as symbols. I don't think exclamation mark is a symbol. I'm thinking, the funky lettering and all this other stuff more as symbols than punctuation. Okay, we never checked after I did all of that. We only went up 4%. I shouldn't have bought all of that. That was 2 or 3 loops worth of cash. And the thing is, I know there's a way that I can override it and repost someone's message that the bot took out, but I don't remember how to do it. I was trying to do that when I timed you out for the second one. You're coming in. So you're about 30 minutes out. It's about a minute per jump. Give or take a tad bit, depending on how good of a fuel scoop you're running and if you have to stop for fuel and if you're scanning the systems along your way. All that kind of stuff, of course, adds time. And the thing is, I had 3 people showing us viewing me when I lost the stream. It's like, dang it, I was going on a roll. It'd only been streaming for about 30 minutes or so, and I had a good view count started. Oh well. Is that what you're estimating, or did you turn it in somewhere? Did you sell that at a fleet carrier? Please tell me you didn't. You're just guesstimating on the amount. Because you lose at about 25% if you sell it to a fleet carrier instead of a station. If I remember my numbers right. Yeah. Generally around anything like that, you usually have several fleet carriers. But yeah, just so you know, that was probably 10 mil if you waited till you got back out here. It's similar to when you use an interstellar factor, instead of going to the station to pay a bounty or fine, it costs you more. Yeah. When I do my trip, my fleet carrier has a cartography place in it, and I am not planning on selling um, to that unless I need to put cash on the fleet carrier. But I don't think I'm going to need to. I think I'll be okay. Um, because I'd like to get back into the bubble when I sell it because that's going to be a lot of cash when I get back in. Okay, so let's go back up. No missions. We got any deliveries? Yeah, this one's the one that doesn't have very many deliveries, other than this lady. Oh, sorry, that dude. I think. Um, That's it. Back it out. Launch it. 67%. They are very effective against small ships, not very effective against large, if I remember correctly. Once you break the shield in a vulture, it is done. Because I want to say vulture's a small ship class. No, it's a medium. Uh, duh, 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 duh. The vulture is no. The vulture is classed as a small ship. Um, only has 230 hull, more than the Mark IV, the Viper Mark IV. Um, but that's a medium. Never mind. Um, looking for a small. It's actually got decent hull for a small ship. But my Python has 120 more points in hull, 350 instead of 230. Um, Great Mark II's got 320. Um, so there's pros and cons in it. You've got to learn to fly and avoid taking things, but I do want it. It is a fast, very fast ship. So you've got the speed to avoid um, fire, and you've got some pretty serious maneuverability. It's actually more maneuverable than the ship I'm in now, and faster. Let's see, weapons loadout. It's got one. Okay, I thought it had a different weapon loadout than that. It's only that's right. The Vulture only has two guns, but they're large guns. The Viper's the one I was thinking of with two small and two mediums. But I was watching Down to Earth Astronomy while I was waiting for those 3+ hours, and for some of that time, and he was doing some of the combat stuff to make money, and it is definitely a lot better than it used to be. I haven't tested it out yet. There's a whole bunch of streamers that have been testing that, so I'm not worried about it. You know what? I wonder if it would counting each of those numbers as a symbol, because that would easily have put you over the mark. I'll put money down. That's what it was. It was actually counting the numbers as a symbol instead of oh, stupid machines. That just dawned on me. $70%. It's going to be coming down to finding the mission, getting the mission that will give us the level up more than the. It's probably going to take more time than what we have left of doing missions. No, Well, for the experimental, yes, not for the other upgrades. If you have the FSD booster from her, the the distance engineering pinned, you can do that at any station that has a remote engineer workshop or something like that, remote workshop something. But for a to get an experimental effect put on, yes, you have to go to an engineer that will give you that experimental effect. So for your jump drives, deep charge. You'll be able to do distance to maxed out at level 5 from a remote workshop, but you have to go to the engineer to get the deep charge that gives you a couple more light years per jump. And the same thing with weapons. Now, if it's not a fully if I'm not fully gearing a ship for combat, I don't put experimental effects on the ship. If I'm not really trying to min max it, I don't worry about experimentals on modules. Um, my cutter will be fully engineered with min maxing. Um, this one is okay. This got drag drives in it. Frameshift drive has. See, this frameshift drive on this ship doesn't have the deep charge. It's just engineered to 5 because I don't use it for massive distances. Where my mining ships will have it, my cargo hauling ships will have it fully engineered up to give me a little bit more. It might save me a jump in a run, things like that. But like my main account, I have it. The power plant only engineered enough to give me enough power to do what I want it to do. The weapons are fully engineered on my crate. Shield boosters are engineered. Power distributors engineered. And the shields are engineered. Frameshift drives only up to like level 4 or 5. Because on that account, all it goes from is Shinrata to I just drew a blank. Timboralis, because that's where I do my combat on that one. So I don't need a lot of other engineering on that ship. So I don't put it on there. So one of my pythons, it's engineered all the way up on weapons, jump drive, everything. But my passenger python doesn't have experimentals on it, um, because it does what it needs to do without it. And by putting the experimentals, it doesn't give me anything I wouldn't have had any other way. So right off the get-go, I shouldn't have done rep on that one. Oh well. In your position, I wouldn't do it on all of them because there's no need to maximize everything. Save your materials for the ships you really want to build up and use a lot. There was no missions there. That is different. Usually there's some missions. Personally, I would fully engineer that Python, but I would go and do everything other than weapons in your ASP, unless you are carrying weapons on it, of course. Um, but you're going to be, well, I don't know. Are you thinking about getting a vulture for combat, just purely for going into high res areas and hazardous areas? Because if you are, and you're going to use the Python for more mining or trade or something along that line, you know, just engineer it for the job you want it to do. I think would be the best way to put it. And you can't over engineer things. Incoming enemy. The nice thing about Farseer being one of the first ones, she has a lot of engineering patterns. You can only pin one of them, but you can build, you know, your first ship out pretty good just using her. Um, your ASP, I wouldn't worry too much about combat. There's a lot better ships than that. Your Python's a lot better combat ship than the ASP. Max out your jump drives. She also has a thing about surface scanners. Max out surface scanners through her. What it does is when you map a surface, the planet's surface, she has a one of her engineering pieces, blueprints, expands the radius per probe. And I've got it on a couple of my ships. I've got it up to maxed out on level 3, I think, on a couple of my ships. And I think one is into the 4s. Where, let's say it's supposed to take 7 to map a planet. I can do it in 3 or 4. So it gives you a lot more leeway. It's a lot easier to hit the an anaconda. It's a lot easier to hit the minimums. I mean the efficiency bonuses. Actually, that close to the station, I should have surrendered and ran because he never would have caught me. Max out the jump. Watch the videos on a Guardian frameshift drive booster. Because on an ASP, you can get one that will boost your jump by 10.5 light years. Like my ASP Explorer with an SRV hangar and everything else on that ship, it jumps 63, 64 light years. Now the Diamondback Explorer, you can actually get longer jump range, even with a planetary lander in it. I'm an SRV hangar in it. I think I showed you that one on a previous stream where I'd 70 something light years on my bubble bus. It didn't have a planetary hangar in that one, but yeah, you can get more range out of a Diamondback Explorer than the Asp. I just prefer the Diamondback. I mean the Asp for exploration, the Diamondback for just running around systems. Okay, I'm going to go with the ones with rep first and paying better than others. I'm too lazy to see how many we have already, and I don't want to. I don't want to run out of room. Okay, this will be it. It just dawned on me what I was where I got those numbers mixed up. The It wasn't the Vulture that was actually faster than the ship I'm in, because it's not. The Viper is. Not looking where I'm going like usual. So I'm going to do a quick test here to make sure I've got the right numbers in my head. I know just straight speed, this ship is faster than the Vulture. I think it's the Viper that I was thinking of, not the Vulture. Okay, flat line. This ship is 418, 19, where the Vulture is 355. On boost, 566. The Vulture has it on boost, but not on flat, non off of boost. Now the Viper, on the other hand, is a lot faster than this. It's 478 flat out on flat ground and almost 600 meters a second on boost. But this thing has like no hull. Is the best way for me to put it. The Viper only has 50 hull. It's not the Vulture that blows up easy, it's the Viper that blows up real easy if the shield goes down. So if you're fighting with the Viper, you gotta make sure you don't lose your shields. I missed a mission. I didn't get all my missions turned in. I'm going to see what I'm missing. Turn all of these in and see what's still there. See if I'm going to have to move a different ship into here. Because if I accidentally picked up a trading mission, I don't have cargo in this thing. Yep, I did. Crap. I'm gonna have to run that. Oh man. 88%. I'm not going to be able to do it with this ship. Pretty sure my ASP isn't going to be able to do it. So yeah, remote workshop is where you can any engineering thing you have pinned, you can do at this location. Let's say my multi-cannons. I have overcharges pinned, and I could actually engineer this one more because I haven't done any of this one. But I'm not going to because I'm low on zirconium. Um, Power plants, your frame shift drive boosters, which is maxed out. I just don't have a. See, I don't have any engineering on this shield. So let's see, armor, lightweight alloys. Hull boost goes down. This stuff all goes up, but I'm not sure if it will help my weight, so I'm not going to worry about it. It would actually speed this ship up, is what it would do. Is if it dropped my weight down a little bit. Power distributors, don't have anything on it. I went weapon focused power on the power distributor for my pin because if I make a mining ship or a combat ship, that's what I'm going to want. And it's at an engineer I've got up to level 5. I already had the other patterns pinned, so I didn't need another one. What's this one? Mission board. Mission board. Okay. Let's get out of here. I need 64. I'm not sure what I would have to do to get my ASP up to 64 cargo. Probably take out my SRV hangar for a minute. So when I get back down to one of the stations, I'll run out to the ASP, get on it, do that trade mission. Time bonuses, okay. Because I'm pretty much positive I cannot get 64 cargo on this ship. Yeah, I can't get that much cargo on this ship. My ASP can do it, I just don't know what module I have to swap out. But that goof of mine been around too much dust last couple days. Still in the top 10. Is going to give me almost 3 million credits. So I will also check and see, depending on how much cargo I end up having on the ship, if there's anything I can bring in there. Actually, what I'll do is I'll keep an eye out when we hit 100% for a trade mission for a level up. The asp is way too far away. Alright. Next run is Hickam. Plot the route. I want this. Inara. Galaxy. System and stations. Stations. Fursoff. And that is $87.58. Come on. Fursoff. 87.58. Search it. All right. It doesn't have anything that would help me. Optional internals. And it's got all the cargo racks. Okay. The Asp Explorer. That, my fuel scoop. No. Okay. That's going to take a little more looking. Let's see where are any of my other ships. My Anaconda's there. 3 jumps away. It's got cargo, but it's too big. It won't land here. Star class. Manned is my Type 9. It can't land here. That's my Python all the way out here. This sucks. I didn't want to have to shut down that mission. But I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to take a look at it again here in just a minute. Alright, what kind of missions? No, we're in Flatner. We're not going to get the right ones here. We're not donating. What are we looking at? $45 units. There you go. And so, yeah, you'll need a raw mat trader, a manufactured material trader, and I want to say the other one's a data trader, is that what they call them? To get all your stuff made up, right? Now, don't do that remote workshop thing because you want to go to Felicity because you want her at level 5 before you use remote. If possible, because you don't level her up using a remote location. Same with all of them. Using a remote workshop does not level the engineer up. You want them to be maxed before you use their pinned items remotely. And now we're not going to look at 92%, the trade missions at all. We're not in a Python. We can't do those. And I am not going to buy some medium duty ship to equip it out to do one mission. It's not worth it. My Python's too far away. I've got maybe 30 more minutes I can do on the stream. Well, I got about 30 more minutes before I should call it a night, kind of a thing. Definitely by 10 o'clock Pacific, I should end the stream. this for most of it. Um, I need to go up and do laundry. I've probably got 9+ loads to do. Um, there's a about an hour away is a laundromat that has uh, 4 load washer and dryers. So I go up there every couple of months and just have a crap load of clothes. Um, Back from when I ran over the road, because I do laundry every month and a half. So I carried a lot of clothes in the truck. But down here, there's a closer laundromat, but it's in terrible condition. Um, so I don't like using it. So I just go far and go up there about every month and a half to 2 months. So I have to do that because I'm running out of clean jeans, um, and everything else. Uh, do my monthly big grocery store grocery run and stock up, and then I'll be in. So at least that's my plans as of right now. Um, but I am supposed to be putting my truck in the shop next week. And when my truck goes in the shop, I will be off work unless we can find a different truck for me to run. Um, in which case, I'll be doing a lot more streaming, getting a lot more stuff done. Um, I am going to want to do some da, 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 Empyrean streams too, because I haven't been doing much for them of them at all because of the community goal and trying to get this stuff done. And I've got several people that are subscribed that like that game, so I want to keep. I need to do that fairly regularly, and I like doing it. It's a good way. A lot of things in that game is real nice to unwind to. Same as this one, but it's a different kind of unwind. I just sit back and go in cruise control. But other than that, that's my plan. We'll see. That is all subject to change because what's next week's community goal? We'll find that out Thursday, our time. And we'll find out. I want to say we're not going to. There's not going to be anything. Usually, there's like a week in between them, if I remember right. But I'm not a big winter sports activity person, so I don't do much in the winter up here. Summertime, I go to my boat on a lot of weekends, but I don't do that this time of year. It's too cold to go sailing. I'm a wimp. Actually, that's something I do need to do here soon is get up there and cover the boat for this winter. I haven't done that yet. It sits in the marina. I need to cover the cockpit area and stuff like that so snow doesn't build up and flood out the boat and do damage because it'll thaw out, become ice, and just get real heavy and crack fiberglass. And you're not doing anything, right? You're gonna be the usual. You're like I am. No, no thanks. Go outside. I only go outside when it's this bloody cold. When it's have to work. You won't catch me going outside to have fun when it's well below freezing. So that's when you get your peace and quiets on the weekends. I see how you are. I don't think we're going to do it, but it's going to be close. Let's get all this stuff turned in. I think we're going to be at about 98% when we're all said and done. What you need to do is actually you could use do tablet kind of thing. Um, okay, we just need the mission. We're at 100%. I'm going to exit out, go back in, and see if it spawns one. Yeah, what you need to do is get a being a laptop. I can't stand watching this on it. I do it on my phone when I'm sitting there like I was today. But other than that, I don't like doing it. Oh, dang it. Do I want to go? Let's. Okay. Yep. I'm changing up the way I usually will do this. We have made it to the level I need. I just need a rank up mission. Um, 8vis isn't giving out very many data missions, so I don't want to go up there. Nagalan is the other system, so I'm going to just go back to Nagalan and ignore 8vis for a while. And hopefully I get the spawn from one of these stations for a data mission, because 8vis wasn't giving us very many data missions. All these follow on planetary scans. I don't want planetary scans, people. Nagalan. Those take too much time, and a lot of times you end up in a combat and the ship's not set up for combat. Okay, back to Nagalan. So let's go ahead and that would be Hickam. Plot the route. Yeah, it's one thing that if I go back to laptop that's going to drive me completely bonkers is I am so spoiled running dual monitors um, and things like that. Especially in games like this where you have so many things you want to look up online, or uh, when you're doing something very monotonous, like when I do mining, if I'm doing trade loops and it's just ongoing and going and going, if I got to get those done, sometimes I won't stream it because I'll have YouTube playing on my second monitor or something, and I don't want copyright strikes. Or I'll play the radio, listen to stereo or something, and that'll get me copyright strikes because I don't have rights to play the music on my stream. Incoming enemy. Yep. Chances are that incoming enemy is going to be that anaconda. Yeah. But unfortunately, that's where you have to do most of your game time because of your injuries. Doubt it. Usually they'll get me just prior to me being able to drop out. Too late, suckers. Now, chances are we're going to have a ship warp in right on top of our heads. It happens to me all the time. I've had one do that just before going to auto cruise, and they fined me for speeding and hitting that other ship when it warped literally right on top of me. Drops out, you know, less than a kilometer from the station. I was like this close when it hit me. And that did happen during a stream. So I've got video evidence. Dang courts. Alright, complete. Done. Nope, I don't see it on this one either. I'm still, you know what? No, I'm not going to keep going with the reputation. I'm just going to go with cash. Cold, hard cash. Strike contract. That's not what I want. Okay, so now we'll go back to Manane. And this is what had me worried is I have a strong suspicion it's going to take a while for the right kind of mission to pop up. It usually does. Back. It used to be you could go and exit out and come back in, but I want to say I remember hearing something about they fixed that. No, maybe fixed isn't the right word, but they took that way of doing things away. Well, one bonus is we'll get some cash out of this. But they've got 20 minutes. Oh, there's a good chance I'm not going to get leveled. I'm not going to get the rank tonight. Real strong chance. And I'm blaming that internet outage on my end tonight as the reason I'm not going to get started on that ship stuff tonight. what do I want to do with this thing? Do 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 do. Okay, I'll get back to that in a minute. Yeah, planetary scan, no. Because basically, usually on the planetary scans, you map the planet, then you got to go onto the planet, SRV around, if I remember right. It could be a long, drawn-out ordeal. So I am not doing that kind of a mission for the rank up. Okay. No 8-vis. We'll go back to Nagalan. I'm starting to get tired enough. I'm triple checking the destination so I don't grab the wrong ones. That's it. I am not locking in ahead of time because just in case the level up mission has us going to 8-vis. Oh, was it that good of a landing job? Having you go all over the place? Okay, have the basics on my. I haven't done the engineering on you yet. That's my next step. But have the. Woohoo! Take that off. How much has it gone down? Not enough. Nice. Uh, level 2. Okay, that gets me in my power range I need. Thrusters, dirty with drag. All my mining ships have dirty drag drives because of maneuverability. And I want this ship to have some maneuverability also. "18 units of domestic appliances for the Empire." I can do that with the ASP. I'll have to do some modifications, but I can get that mission done with the ASP. So we're going to go there. Um, what is this? Tip off? I don't care. Over here, go to that. Go there. Frame shift drive. 5. Deep charge. Only looking at about a 32 light year jump range when I'm all said and done building the ship, done with the ship. How's my power? Still okay. Okay, what was the price? 596. Let's take one of those off. Still sitting at 596. Really? Those aren't that much. Okay. I want to keep that on. Take that off. 570. Okay. Yeah, I can do it. I can build the ship with the credits we've got now. Um, Now I open this up. Put that there. And go to that. Okay, I've got enough chromium. I'm pretty sure I've got enough sulfur. Yeah, more than enough sulfur. Conductive components, I've got enough. Heat conducting material. Heat conductive wiring, I'm sorry. I don't, but I've got a lot of higher level stuff I can drop down. That's firmware, mechanical equipment. I've got enough. Components, I've got enough. Configurable components, I've got enough. That's data, selenium. I don't have enough. How much selenium do I need? 4. I can get that. Cadmium. I've got enough. So far, I'm looking decent. What am I looking at here? Pharmaceutical. Isolators. Ooh, I am low on those. What is the pattern that takes? Okay, level 5 dirty. I'll be okay. Chemical processors. I wish this was done in alphabetical. It'd make it a lot easier. Chemical processors. I've got plenty. Just a sec. I've got most of the stuff I need engineering wise, with just a little bit of uh, trading out. Am I close enough? Yes, I am. Put this back over here. Clean up my second monitor that I was had covered with everything. There's the link. Fill her up. Drop her down. Uh, Shipyard. Aspect Store. Explorer. Use this ship. Yep, no problem. Yeah, I just built the ship at Coriolis. Um, I have most of the engineering mats. I think I'll have to do some trading for a couple of them. But I think I've got it handled where I can actually wake data. Just a minute. Which? No, hold on. Which wake data? Atypical, disrupted wakes, data mined, eccentric, or strange. Okay, outfitting. Optional internal. This I'm going to go ahead and sell and put a cargo rack in. Exchange it. 8 and 8, that's 16. I need 18. Optional. The level 4 one. You need eccentric hyperspace trajectories. is the level 4. You also need it for the level 5. If you have data mined wake exceptions, you can trade it very easily. The next level down is strange wake solutions. So it will take multiples of it to give you one of the other one. But if you use data mined, you get multiples for every one of those you use. I need 2 more. I don't want to do this. Okay. This, browse the shop, cargo. This, buying options, store it. Yeah, the level 4 increase is also used, that same wake one is used in the level 5. So you might need a lot more than you're thinking. I'm not sure. Okay. The ship is ready to go. I need to find commodities. Um. You did Jameson's, so you should have a bunch of adaptive encryptions capture and atypical encrypted archives. You can trade those over. It just takes more material. It just takes more on the trade, and you should have a lot of that adaptive encrypted. I don't know if that's you watching right now. Thanks, Rocky. Okay, what is it that I need for the mission? Domestic appliances. Of course, there's none here. Okay. Not this website. We need Inara, Galaxy, System and State. No, commodities. And domestic is what it is. Domestic, not household. Domestic appliances. And we are in HIP. No. Let's go with exit this, so it will actually let me open this. Sometimes that happens. Alright, we're going to go look for this in Nagalan. So type that into Inara. Exports. Take off the surfaces. We're going to go there. Baya, do I have it mapped? I do. And let's go to Mobius. That should be this one. I love big jump drives. Alright. Okay, so I've still got 64 light years the way it sits now. Okay. So we're going to go get this mission done. Get the commodity, turn it in. Then I'm going to go out to Shinrata. Shinrata Desra. And start my Type 9 moving that way. And what I'm going to do is tomorrow's stream is going to be setting up this cutter, buying it, and putting it all together. That's going to be tomorrow's stream. So you'll see how I usually put the stuff together, Moon. Is your Python still at the community goal quest area? We're still sitting at top 10%. I don't know if you want to make sure you stay on that to make sure you get that nice big payout. Let's go to Commander's Toolbox. But yeah, that was the whole reason I was saying to go to Jameson's crash site, was to get those the two main data ones you were getting there are level 4s and 5, so it's real easy to trade them off to other levels. The amount it costs sucks, but I always like having 4s and 5s, a lot of those, so I can downgrade when I need it. Um, Do 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 do. Da, 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 da. You haven't done any bounty work yet, right? You haven't killed any NPCs? Okay, so you're going to deck out a vulture for your PvP. Or not PvP, but for your ship killer. Um, yes and no. You're going to want to get some engineering done on it fairly early on. Um, oh, well, that's not. Oh, wait, that's right. I only have 20 cargo. That's why it was saying that. 18, 18, we're good. Verify. We have 18 in cargo. And that's what's needed for the quest, so. Cancel that. Um, see, I don't know. I wasn't doing the into the commodities, so they're not. I never opened the commodity market tabs. Um, well, the problem is you won't have combat kind of engineering on it available on it. Um, do you still have your did from the Sidewinder? Did you get a Cobra Mark III or did you go straight to the Asp? Hickam. What I'm wondering is, I know you have the Python and I know you have the Asp. Do you have a really inexpensive ship other than those, or you just have those two? Something like a Cobra Mark III or anything like that. Okay, you went to the outer first. Okay. Um, what I would suggest doing is going to sound really crazy. Buy a Cobra Mark III. Equip it with multi-cannon and pulse lasers. Because to start the chains to get your to start get the engineering you need to be able to um, actually properly equip a ship for combat. If you do want to do that, because it is fun, it's nice. I like it for a good stress reliever. I have a bad day at work, I get on the game and I blow up a bunch of ships. So, um, to unlock that, you need to turn in 15 bounty vouchers. Um, when I do my set up my cutter, I am going to go into the system Tim Boldaris, and I am going to go blow up a bunch of ships with it after I get it fully set up. So if you, I could walk you through the way I do the combat stuff. Actually, I've got. I'll be a bad boy. I've got the time. I'm going to turn this in. Get this ship up there to Jameson's Memorial. Switch accounts. I've got a combat ship there in that system. And I'll show you the way I recommend getting those first combat ranks. Not even ranks, but your stuff to open up the engineer. It's real simple and basic. Sometimes the spawns don't cooperate. It might take a little time, but it's the safest way to do it, and you don't need an engineered ship to do it. I just want to get that Type 9 I can't stand on its way to Jameson's, so I can strip it out, sell it, and get my cutter fully set up, and still have money left over. Oh, come on, really? Now you're going to do it? Slowpokes, get off my landing pad. I'm coming in. Thank you. Alright, let's go ahead and open this baby up. I don't think... Yeah, I didn't think I had one up there on this account. That's that's the Anaconda. Actually, I'll use a Cobra. I'll go and do that. Um, I'll actually use the ship I'm recommending you to build, so you can see what how I was saying to build it up. Do this. Give them all of these. Done. Complete. Boom. We got monies. We've got our rank. Plus 20%. But we are now Duke. We can buy the cutter. That's done. Yep. I did not. I wanted to confirm I did not get rid of my fuel scoop before leaving. Now, I don't know why that ship is sitting where it is. I'm assuming it's sitting there because I was using it in a high res area. So I'm thinking there might be a high res in that system. If not, it's only a couple jumps to one. I know there is one. And just one more jump to where I was planning on going with this ship anyways. Scandy, scan to scan. Get back in the habit of doing this. Ooh. I need to go change the setting again. I just remembered. I changed something to bring a system up. Stars. Turn that off. That. KGB foam. Boom. Back. Alright. Come on. There we go. Starts temperature drop. We're out of here. What ship just came through? Nothing to worry about. And up till about now, if think you didn't scan a system, you can always honk it again. Once you get the countdown, you can't. So the scan has to be completed before that countdown pops up. Do 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 do. Ba-do-da, ba-do-da. Okay. By looking at this, the ship's here because this station sells a ship. No ringed planets. Your resource extraction site's always in rings since they... Yep, you burn through them pretty quick, don't you? Yeah, that's what I do. Is I fill up on those. I go down. I end up at Jameson's about once a month. Almost every time I build a ship, I end up going back out there because I need to restock. Um, Alright, we're gonna go do this. Uh, nope, I'm not gonna do it yet. We'll wait till we're docking. Um, Before you go to Jameson's, make sure you empty out those two data items. Completely empty them out before going back out there and then refill them. I've gone out there twice forgetting to completely empty them out before getting there, and I'm landing on the planet and I go, oh crap, I didn't do that, did I? Checked. Yep. One had like 30 of them in it already. Or I should say still. It isn't. Um, it's real easy. Um, and it goes so quickly that I don't even get the urge to look at something else. You know, boom, scan, 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 do the log shuffle, scan, 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 and it's just you're in and out, done. I never move my ship between the three places. I park it and I can scan all three of the scanning spots. Now, did you start up on that stream where I was doing those farming out? No, you started. We started up with on the community goal, so you missed my stream of that. Yep, we winged up on the community goal. I'm not even going to bother filling up. Uh, Shipyard. I mean, my Cobra even has massive jump range. I don't have it. What was I doing with this thing? Oh, I know what I was doing. I was, yeah, I was doing exploration. I was doing the road to riches in this ship. I parked here. I'm actually going to go ahead and pull it out. I parked here because I believe I got the ASP here. The reason that the ship is here is because I got something else right here. And we'll know as soon as I go and pull up the shipyard again. They've got Corvette, Beluga, Python. It might have been the Python, but I'm thinking it was this ship. I think I got my ASP Explorer here. Okay, so outfitting. Hard points. Small hard point. Really, is that the only one you have? No, dang it. My bad. I double clicked and I thought that pulled up and said that was it. We're going to do this one. You're going to want the gimbaled as you're learning how to do this stuff, because it will help you target. You don't have to be spot on. And then we're going to go multi-cannons, same thing, gimbaled. And I do realize that I am overloading the power supply. Back, core internals. $1.5 mil. I'm just going to do this one. It's good enough. Yes, I know we got to do fire groups. So then we go into here. Fire groups. I do my lasers as one, my guns as my second fire. Or you can go ahead and just have them all go on at the same time. The reason I don't at this point is the guns are not engineered. When the shield is up, they do almost no damage. No, the manufactured farm drives me nuts also. Um, so what I usually do on later ships, I'll have everything on that fire because my multi-cannons are engineered to actually cause thermal damage, so they're actually will do something. Navigation system. Actually, I should have just checked. Tim Balderas. I'm going to say it's going to be like 3 jumps, 4 jumps, 3 jumps. Fuel. And let's go. Now, with the new and actually this ship is very similar to what you start with. It's only got a D-rated shield, D-rated thrusters. It's a very basic ship as this thing sits right now. So if you ever see my, well, if you watch tomorrow when I have my cutter out, my Python, my other cutter, my Mark II, and other streamers with that have engineered fighter ships, you'll see a huge difference on capabilities. This is what I start with, is basically I go straight into high res areas in the start zone. And do combat. Because you don't make much, but I do it because if you follow this simple principle, very low risk, better returns than missions a lot of times, and you can go from that Sidewinder to this ship in less than an hour. And with this ship, the sky opens up. You've got good jump range. You can do a lot of different things with it. This one I've got 120 cargo available. You can do trade with it. As a starter ship, this is one of my favorites for a start. It is my go-to second ship. No, that's better. I have 16 cargo. I don't know why it showed 120. That didn't make sense. I was sitting there second guessing myself, saying how the heck that's possible. But I think I made my first 200 something million with this ship. Well, other than the getting enough to buy the ship. One thing this ship doesn't have that I am going to have on the cutter, and that I'm going to be putting on all my other ships, because I'm not positive, so don't quote me on it, is a kill warrant scanner. Since they're bumping up the payouts in combat, you might get a bonus in that. I haven't found out if there is one or not. And that's just an extra pay for any ship you blow up if you scan the ship first with that scanner. So Rocky, if you are still in chat, you know, this is what you're missing. You still haven't played much. Okay, let's see here. we're going to go to this guy right here. I want to get a little bit of fuel on board first. Not going to need much because their station's not too far from that. We're good. If you follow these steps, it's perfectly fine to go into the highs. Just do not be the first person to shoot something, and don't start shooting it until it's down to about 30% health. Okay, we're here. I'm going to go ahead and change my mode to combat. Change my I can't remember what they call it, but change over so my triggers do the weapons. I'm not sure if I brought this account into here yet, so I might not have rep with the faction. No, I have been here because I flagged the, I've got the system bookmarked. Because there's a manufactured trader here. I prefer to have night vision on when I'm doing combats. It's easier to see the ships against the dark sky. I'm not going to manufacture limpets and collect the stuff these guys drop, even though there are some nice things that get dropped. I don't select out. I actually run myself right into the asteroid field at a low rate of speed. And wait, give it a moment. Ships should start spawning. There we go. Just got one at the moment. Target them. Never fire on a ship until this has come up and it says wanted. So if you do and they're not wanted, it can cause you to become wanted. What I'm looking for as I spin around, okay, that's someone mining there, two people mining over there, but you can see the weapon fire from a long ways away. And usually combat breaks out pretty quickly. And every once in a while you do that, you'll get a scan engineering item. He's running. That's not helping us. They're running. Anonymous bulk scan data. Just by flipping around, okay, you'll get stuff like that. I want to stay close to the green. Because those are the police. They respond to people shooting at other people. And that's what we're looking for. That's combat. He's in a wing of 2. This is a python here. Please be wanted. Please be wanted. He's clean. Dang it. His shield's broke. Wanted. There's his partner. He's also wanted, of course. There's the Popo. What we're waiting on is for his whole percentile to get down around 30% or so. Deploy our hard points. Make sure nothing's in between us. His shields are back up, but we have some hits. Forgot to put pips back in there. You have so much time. It's already too late. We need him to go down for our hits to count. This guy's not going to last long. Shield bank. He just bumped his shields. And I'm doing something I told you not to do, but he is not going to last long now that his shields are down. In all my other ships, he would have been blown up a long time ago. He's using missiles. Come on, get out from that cluster. I want to get a hit on you again. A couple of those should have hit. Oh, and his shields are back up. And about to go back down. The benefit of using... Okay, 73,000 and some change. That number up top right did not change yet. That number did. See how they don't match? So, we want to stay close to these anacondas. let them do all the hard hitting while we are weak. Ideally, we want them to go after like a python, another anaconda, and get the last couple shots in. Because that's when we're going to make the really good money now that they bumped this stuff up. I am not seeing weapons fire. There's some weapons fire. What's he shooting? Diamondback Explorer. I hit him because with all the anacondas and Diamondback's not going to last long. I want to make sure we get something on this guy. The downfall to shaft is, to having gimbaled weapons is when they shaft, you're not going to hit. If they are straight fire, you can still hit a target that is shafting. You just have to aim. So, you can pick these engineering items up from this stuff. Okay, we got some more combat going on over here, I'm pretty sure. Nope. But that's basically what you're going to want to do. Let the police in the area wear them down and come in for the last little bit. I got engaged because I kept shooting them well before that time. If you don't, you're not going to get fired upon if you come in here with an empty hold. So that's what you're going to want to do. Type 9 heavy. I had a feeling he was clean. I'm not seeing any other combat. So now, I am not going there. Okay. It looks like I only bookmark the system. Oops. Not the actual station. So turn my night vision off. Bookmark this. System. Bookmarks. Edit. Manufacturer. Trader. Levi. Save it. I'm going to go over there. Turn these kills in. 500,000 credits. That is nice how much they've added. More than paid for what I did to this ship. Unfortunately, it's probably not going to pay enough to cover the cost of moving the other ships around, but that's the basics. Wait till the hull goes low, blow the ship up. As long as you hit them, I think within 20 seconds or 30 seconds prior to them blowing up, you will get credit on the kill. Well, actually, 20 to 30 seconds prior to their hull going to zero. So if you make a Cobra Mark III there, Moon, equip it better than this one is. You know, get the same weapon loadout. And the reason I say pulse lasers is if I had nicked a cop, they would just said something in chat about it to me. Hey, watch where you're shooting. If you nick a cop with engineered beam weapons, they're going to flag you. And they're going to start coming after you. Because you do too much damage on the hit. So that's why I recommend pulse lasers when you're just getting started. You don't even need multi-cannons. You just need to hit the target. The cops are going to do the most of the work. You just want to swoop in there as a vulture and just get enough of a hit early enough to get credit. And with this new payout, oh my gosh, starting up the way I do is going to be so much easier. The Cobra Mark III is only 348,000 credits. Shooting those two ships down. Let's see here. Cobra Mark III. It costs you more to engineer it up. I mean, not engineer it up, but to put, you know, higher power plants and stuff like that. But you could get this ship for less than what we just made. So if you get a good run where there's a lot of combat, and that's what I said about sometimes it's quick, and that mission comes up right away, and I mean not mission, but you get a lot of ships fighting, and you can get 2-3 ships, or my gosh, I believe Anacondas are paying over 1 million credits for one kill. So you can make some really quick cash by going into those areas. And as long as you let the cops do most of the fighting, you will never get shot at. And until your ship is geared up and engineered, I don't suggest starting the fights. Now you're going to need to unlock the engineer that does the multi-cannons and will continue you along the path of unlocking other engineers. You have to kill 15 ships, actually 16 ships, because you have to turn in 15 bounties, I believe is the wording they have. Yeah, earn more than 15 bounty vouchers. So you might go get 14 bounty vouchers, kill your 15th. Chances are it's going to be over 100,000 credits worth, and you can go open him up. That's it. You don't need to do any. Well, I want 200 tons of gold before I do anything for you, or I need 25 sensor fragments, or modular terminals, or the one that bugs me the most. Well, Selene and someone else you need to actually get Paynite and beryllium, but 50 units of Lavian brandy for Didi Batterman, who gives you shield boosters. That takes like 3 or 4 trips because it's a limited item. You can only have so much on your ship or else you can't buy anymore. 200 landmines. You need a medium-sized ship to do that. 50 units of Kamitra cigars. I think that used to be like 5 or 6. No. 10, 12. Good. Nice. So you're up to almost 50 light years per jump. It used to be like 12 cigars was the max. I when I unlocked it this most recent, it was I think I was able to do it in 3 trips instead of 5, or 2 trips. I can't remember what it was, but they've lowered some of that. So then you come into, actually, let's go ahead and sell this. Confirm. Bye-bye. I hate when it does that. There we go. Cartographics, authority contact, and claim our 520,000 credits. And like I said, the material trader is manufactured. So you can trade the stuff you get from the high res areas. You can come into here and trade around when you get full. That's why I have this as one of my go-to combat places. When I want to go do combat, I come over here. I scoop up the debris. Yeah, deep charge or whatever it is, yeah. With that, you'll go up to about 50 something, and then the Guardian frameshift drive booster bumps you up into the low 60s. And I've got a couple videos on YouTube, and one of my streams is on doing the Guardian frameshift drive. Shinrata. There we go. This is a permit station system. You have to be elite in one of the rank systems to be able to get in here. This account, this is the first time he's been in here since I did a reset. But the reason this becomes my home is the station I'm going to be going to has every ship, every module, and sells it at a 10% discount. So that's why this is my home base. And this is the first time this account's been in there. I need to get back on the ball. There are... Oh, change the mode, change the load, and honk the system. Because there's several... nope. It's up top. Jameson's Memorial. In this system, there is Earth-like world. It's only one Earth-like world right by the station we're going to. But I've been doing stuff in systems that have Earth-like worlds that I never mapped. And they're usually good for about 1 million credits. And that's what I was saying on one of the reasons I really like this ship. 38 light year jump range when this is level 5 and deep charge. Now it does, because I made it specifically for long jumps to do exploration. You'll notice the thrusters are D, the shield generators are D. The fuel scoop's an A because it doesn't weigh anything. Of course, that's an A. Everything's D rated except for the weapons I just put on here because those are the lighter. Trade. I want to say passenger missions fall under trade. All your missions are trade. And you should have gotten an invite from your trip out there to do the to get all those mats you did. You should have gotten an invite from Elvira. She does frame shift drives also, and some other things. So, get into here. Now, this ship isn't set up for combat. If it was, the thrusters would be A's. The shield generator would be as big as I could get, A rated. In high res areas, if you're doing them like I had suggested, I would go actually with a bi-weave because they recharge faster. So if you just get nicked or something, they just recharge a lot quicker. Distributor, A-rated. Power, your engine, everything A-rated, because you want to be able to boost to those fight scenes as fast as possible, so you can get in there and get a hit before the ship gets blown up. So, we are now in Jameson's. shipyard. All 37 ships available in the game are here. That's the ship we'll be fully decking out tomorrow. I'm going to do the Asp Explorer. It's coming over here. Transfer it to this location. The Type 9 Heavy is coming over here. I know it's costing me too much, but it'll save me a lot more than this. The Python staying where it is. The Anaconda staying where it is. And this guy, I'm going to go ahead and keep at that rep area for a little while longer. I'll probably eventually move him over here. The Sidewinder eventually I'll probably move here also. Okay, that's that. And then over here, this is going to get transferred over here. That is going to be going onto my Asp Explorer. That was the reward from the community goal a while back. The rest of this stuff actually, I have a 5 Guardian frameshift drive sitting somewhere. Oh, it's in Sothis. That's because it came off of my Python sitting in Sothis. So he'd have he doesn't need that or the fuel scoop for what it's doing. He wants the extra cargo to make more money, so I pulled them off. Power plant 5A overcharged. That can probably be gotten rid of. This is getting sold. That was only to level up an engineer. Not that I need to worry about it right now. I've got a lot of room left. Okay, now I'm curious. Did I change the way my Anaconda's loaded out? Nope. He still got it all. Okay. So, that is the way I suggest doing combat. Like I do a lot, Exegius, Hawks, Commander Hawks Gaming, Hawks something, I can't remember exactly what it is, but he does a lot of it. Yamicus, Down to Astronomy, I think I started with him, but those guys do a lot of good videos on building the ships, setting them up, and ways to do things on that. If you're trying to figure out how to build a certain type of ship to do a certain thing, they probably have a video on it. Always make sure it's the most recent on that build because things get changed. Alright, that's all done. That's done. Mission board. I don't remember ever checking what the mission board here is. Data storage, salvage. These here are the type of missions that I'm doing for the Fed Rep Grind. They're delivery missions. Um, but the ones I'm doing are giving me level 4s and 5s on uh, rarity grade, not level 1s. This one's level 3. But that's Jameson's. No. The place I'm at now, soul permit's not locked to elite status. Um, Shinrata Desra, the system I'm in right now in Jameson's Memorial, is you have to be an elite at something. Soul is, I want to say, Federation rank. Yep, it's petty officer in the Federation. You get the permit to go to Soul, and you can look at Earth that has suffered catastrophic flooding due to global warming. But you can still decipher what continents and everything else. This system is elite. You missed it. The reason this because my home base is they have all 37 ships, and this ship won't do it right. But we'll go with just this. Browse the shop. Every module in the game is here. It doesn't matter what you want to do. If it's available in the game, it's here. Other than your something to add to your ship, though, thinking about it, is a kill warrant scanner. If you're going to be doing a lot of that stuff, I'm going to be putting it on some ships. But the things it does not include, the only things is not that, but where's it at? Galactic powers is the stuff from these people. She goes and at pledge at level 3. You get the Imperial Hammer, which is a multi-shot railgun. Oops, went too far. Everyone loves her because her pledge is the best shield in the game. Then you've got, I can't remember which one it is. Beam laser, extra heat damage on it. So basically, if you want to go and really min-max things, that's a frag cannon on him. I can't remember which one it is that has it. Okay, the mining lance. is a mining laser capable of inflicting combat damage. So I foresee a lot of people doing this, unlocking this if they change it out where you're more likely to get attacked sporadically while you're mining. Because you could have that mining laser and some multi-cannons or something to help yourself defend your ship. So all of them have something different. This one is interesting. The pulse disruptor. It's a pulse laser, but it causes modules to malfunction. Um, Pack-hound missile pack rack. The missiles come flying out and do these weird tracks. It's really cool to see, but I don't know how. I don't think they're super effective. Disrupts and reboots the target's vessel frameshift drive. So, if someone's trying to get away from you, you shoot that missile. It hits them. It will interrupt their frameshift drive charge. So they've all got something um, that is beneficial in some way or the other. Those are the only things. Well, actually, you can buy them here, but you can't. They don't show up um, in here until uh, um, I don't know what the difference is here. Okay. Is this an AX then? No, here's the AX. Okay. That multi-cannons. I don't remember ever seeing that one before. I don't remember ever seeing this. Everything stays the same, except it can fire synthesized anti-Xeno rounds. Cool. Because I could use that on my my Xeno fighting ship. Take two of the beam weapons off and put two of those on. Give me some more damage capability because beam weapons don't do much for against them, but they with thermal vent it lowers the temp of your ship. So that is what we got going. We are going to get this ship tomorrow. And as I said, the ship usually costs uh, $208 million credits. So that's more than 10%. Math's not working. 208,968,450 minus 10%. 15%. 12%. 183. That's about a 12% discount on this ship if it's listed correctly. Let me pull another one out, the Corvette, and check against. It could be 187, an error on Coriolis. 968, 450 minus 10%, 169, 17. See, that one's almost exactly at 10%. It's just a little bit different. What's the next one? Anaconda. 146, 968, 450 minus 10%, 132, 271. And this one's different too. So I don't know. Something's not looking quite right, but hey, if they want to give it to me cheaper than 10%, that's fine. I'll take it. I'm very tempted to go ahead and start building this ship now, but I'm going to have another long day tomorrow, so I need to get to sleep. Hope everyone's enjoyed the stream. Please like, subscribe, follow, whatever for the location you're watching it from. And I hope to see you all next time. I'll talk to you later, Moon.